Hey everyone, this is Greg. Welcome back to Geek Cheese, and welcome back to the Darkside Detective. This time we are going to tackle our second case, and that is the case of Tome Alone. So if you watched the first episode, first off, thank you so much. But you also know that it's full of wonderful puns and different things. Obviously, Malice in Wonderland was all about going through the through a dark doorway and stuff like that in a in the attic of this rich person's house. So this time we're going to tackle Tome Alone. So let's just jump right into it. And again, because there's no voiceover with this game, which is actually one thing I didn't plan on, I just kind of went into this blind. So I will read out a lot of the text so you guys can follow along if you're just watching this in the background or, you know, cleaning, tidying up, doing whatever you're doing. Alright, so let's go on to Tome Alone. So the case summary, it says, Dooley suggested a visit to the library. He must have seen the strange storm gathering over it. Alright, let's do it. Music in this game is fantastic, I must say. I really, really enjoy it. That's very ominous. That's over the library? You know what? Okay, I have a feeling that that little sequence right there was a reference to Ghostbusters, because that looked a lot like the things swirling over the Ghostbusters in Ghostbusters 1, swirling over the apartment building, Dana's apartment building, and with like a lot of that architecture with the, like the lines and stuff. Just a thought. Alright, McQueen, that is us. That is our main guy. He says, okay, what's the case, Dooley? Fill me in. This is Dooley. Dooley says, case. I have some overdue books to drop back. So that purple swirling vortex above the buildings has nothing to do with why we're here. Come on now, detective. You're hardly going to arrest the weather. The things you'll try to do to justify the department. Let's get this over with, says Dooley. So let's look at the statues first. These statues make me uncomfortable and not very welcoming. Should at least be reading a book or wearing glasses or something, says Dooley. Before this was the library, it was where the mayor kept her lion collection. Alright, that clears it up, so. Yeah, that's a joke, obviously. What's this plaque say? This plaque says, this is a library. What a helpful plaque. That's funny. Let's see. We got our squad car. Oh, that is our notepad up here. And I think that's all we can look at other than going inside. So let's hop inside. Fines for being late, says Dooley. How are the books late? It's not like they have places to be. Librarian Doris. You're not charming your way out of this, Patrick. Rules are rules. Can't we just come to some sort of arrangement? Do you have any parking tickets you want to say? Go bye-bye. Dooley's trying to bribe his way out of getting a fine for the library books. And here's an arrangement for you. I'll drop your fines if you arrest that troublesome kid. Alright. What kid? He's responsible for the storm. And you know, the ghost. Oh, that's funny. Look at... I like how they're like looking around like, what? Ghosts, what? Alright, so there's flickering lights. These brownouts seem like they'd make for frustrating reading conditions. What were you saying about ghosts? This place is haunted, you know, the usual stuff. A haunted library. Again, I think a reference to Ghostbusters. The usual, says McQueen. Flickering lights, floating books, strange noises, eerie purple storms. She's chasing off the readers. And this kid is to blame. He's the only one here often enough, suspiciously often if you ask me. How about you, Librarian Doris? You're there all the time. I'll look into it. Or else I'll call a pair of oddball priests and or questionable ghost-busting startup to come fix this. Yes, I knew it. What kind of books did Dooley borrow? He had Rules 2, Rave 2... What the hell is that? Roswell, New Mexico, where the aliens really experiment on us. And the law, what it is and what do we really need it? Librarian reader privilege. language, not really a thing. Gave up in the law book, not enough pictures. What's that that she's reading? Skylight, the heartbreaking tale of a girl who falls in love with a reverse vampire. Of what now? A reverse vampire. He can only come out during the day. The part where it's prom night and where he promised to take her, but the clock's moving forward, now it's on night. He gets really sleepy. Sounds awful. Alright, let's say goodbye to Doris. Alright, so let's look at the sign. A silent sign. Shh. She says. There's a plant. From a certain angle, it looks like Dooley has crazy hair. Oh no, I didn't want to go back. I wanted to check out. These are the books. Desk is missing a lathe, so I use them to balance out the computer. Alright, we can't look at the computer. There's an elevator. There's the flickering lights. We can't go either way. The only ways to go are into the... Let's go in the office and check that out. Got this for... Alright, so Dooley got Doris this calendar. Last time he had to get it paying fees. Have to up the ante this time. This is hilarious. Alright, let's look at this. The bin? Let's look at the coat rack. Some of the coats have been here for years. We should go through their pockets for evidence. Ooh, I received a button. That's good. Anything else? I guess that's it. Let's look at the bin. Roses are red, violets are blue. Your loaning rights are revoked. Due to books overdue. Haha, that's funny. Alright, that's the only thing in the bin. The lamp is flickering. Let's see. Let's look at the photocopier. Old photocopier. Can't imagine this gets much use. Probably does. I use a photocopier all the time. What are you talking about, McQueen? Apologize as I have to use some lip balm. Yeah, I use a photocopier all the time. When you renew your card each year, Doris takes a photocopy of your butt for the records. Just mine now that I think of it. That's interesting. Alright, let's look at the computer. This computer's broken. It's hollow so they can store more books in it. What? Doesn't make any sense. Alright, never know when we'll need to cut something in half. Or a lazy approximation of half. So we got scissors. Fantastic. Other office supplies? No. Files? Is there anything else that we can do here? I guess that's all we need from here. So let's go back out. Let's go up the elevator. Alright, they don't have a staircase. There was a fire, and ironically, the fire escape is the only thing that was destroyed. Alright, that's a code violation. There, Librarian Doris. I can shut this whole place down. Horror? What the hell is that? That's weird. Alright, so that's reception. That's obviously where we are. So sci-fi... Alright, let's just go floor by floor and see what's going on. Alright, so let's look at the flickering lights are nothing. Let's look at the plant again. But odd leaves this plant has. That's just a dead tree where Doris dries her stockings. Ew. Alright, so let's look at this statue. Don't blink. What? Don't blink. Okay. There's a children... Alright, let's go to sci-fi fantasy section. Oh yeah, the chessboard is moving. Pieces are moving all by themselves. So that's interesting. There's a library card. Oh, great. How convenient. I'd have expected to go through a series of semi-logical puzzles to get this. That's pretty funny. So we have an old library card. Let's look at the sci-fi books. Fantastic Orbit, drowned in moonlight, strangled by her own bra. What? Is there any more? Dr. Whom's thrilling adventures through grammar and structure. Space hike, boldly going to places safely explored by others. How to woo a Wookiee. Wookiee is spelled wrong. I have to point that out. It has two E's at the end. Mass defect. That's funny. They came from space. They were brains. Brains from space. Space brains. Blasters, 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 and other space weapons. Intergalactic ballistics for cats. Astro trolls. And I think I may have. Yeah, I think I got through all those. Oh, nope. I want to go back here. Alright, what are these books? Glum Tales of the Sad Venturer. Library of Books. Oh. Dragon Ageism. Dragon Age. That's funny. Nope. I keep doing that by accident. Alright, let's see. What else we got? What other books? The Witcher. Tales of Incisive Adventure. Fantastic Geese and Where to Find Them. Glum Tales. Okay, so I think we're done with that. There's Swords and Shields. If we lived in medieval times, we'd be living in the adventures of Ye Darkside Bailiff and his squire Dooley. That's funny. It's a rocket. Wanted to be an astronaut until I was younger. Then I found out that they had to go into space. Dooley's not the brightest bulb. Looks like some of the rocket's aluminum is coming off. This could be useful. Alright, nice. We got a metal strip. Alright, let's take a look at this library card. It's a library card of some smug-faced Paul Conway. Okay. I don't think there's anything else in here that we can really look at or take. I think we kind of exhausted everything in here. Alright, let's go back out. Let's go this way to the children's section. What about this one? Okay, Little Devon. What about this one? The words are short. I think I can read the whole book from cover to cover. Who the hell's Devon talking to? Oh, is that suitable for my age range? I read a book about books for my age range, and they're all books about boys and wizards and talking dogs. Okay, I'll try it. I hope I like it because I've read all the books about boys and wizards and talking dogs in here. So, Little Devon's talking to this ghost, obviously. That's not right. Neat trick. What kind of magic did you learn that from, kid? It's not magic, it's... Alright, so this kid has some type of connection with this ghost. Alright, let's look around first before we ask him any questions. Alright, I hope to have a pet robot someday. Too many responsibilities, feeding it, rubbing his belly, teaching not to overthrow humanity. That's pretty funny. There's trains. Always love trains and trams, not monorails, though. Thinking they're better than everyone because they're up in the air. Alright, let's see what books they have here. Why your parents don't love you. Oh, shit. That's funny. Anne and Barry face financial ruin. Little and Big Pooh save the day. That's interesting. Maybe it is your fault. Wow. Little Billy and the Crushed Dreams. Baby's first hangover? Wow, that's some rough stuff in this library. Bad Baby incites a riot. Kindergarten Kate summons the devil. Grumpy Chris hates to play. Learn to count to 107, the largest number known to science. A guide to baby safe shots. What the hell? Daddy's little disappointment. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. There's a Viewmaster. Alright, we got a Viewmaster. That's freaking awesome. I used to have... Remember those? You had like the little slides that you put in, and then you like look up at the light and you could see things. I used to have those, and they had like dinosaurs and stuff in them. They're pretty awesome. Alright. Dust is wrong under this. Makes me think it was moved recently. The blocks, or the dinosaur. Dinosaur, I guess. Letters A, B, C, easy as 4, 5, 6. That's not right there, Dooley. You look familiar. Have I arrested you before? He says to the teddy bear. And let's check out this vent. There's a cold draft coming in from the vent. That can't be good for this kid's health. Well, I don't think this kid is alive, so I think he's some type of devil-possessed child. Alright, who you talking to, kid? No, it's really weird. The lights just, like, flickered in here. I don't know why. Alright, who you talking to, kid? I'm not telling you anything. I've heard what happens to people who do a snitch. Modern media is really making our job hard. Alright, so we can't talk to this kid. I wonder if we give him the Viewmaster? I'd rather try something else first. Let's ask him about this. Huh. Alright, well, I guess we can't do anything with this kid yet, so let's go check out the reading room. Who's on this painting? Professor Theodore Library, inventor of the library. That's funny. Nope, not one word of that is true. Alright, so this is the hobby DIY area, and this is the reading room. Let's go to the reading room. Hello, miss. I wasn't expecting to see anybody here. And it's Raxa. Hello, my name is Raxa. I'm here to study strange goings-on. Guess that's why you're here too, detective. How does Sure. Want to share with me what you found? This, I don't trust this girl. I just don't. Alright, Raxa says it's not much. There seems to be a strange concentration of energy in the next room. Well, we happen to specialize in strange concentrations of energy. Searching the internet for a way to be able to see whatever it actually is. Let me know if you find anything. Alright, let's look at the clock. Time always seems to stand still in boring places like libraries. Alright, what's all this in the chalkboard? Who doesn't need chalk in the 21st century? Most people. Fair point. Alright, did we pick up chalk? I guess not. Alright, what are Rax's books? Okay, we can't look at Rax's books. That's weird. Alright, so there's the microfilm. Ooh, the microfilm. We'll be able to use the... I think we're going to be able to use the viewfinder on the microfilm. Possibly. There's a box of microfilm. It's radiating energy, like Raxa said. I think it may be a clue, possibly. Just too much here to take. Even my pockets have their limits. Can we cut them up? Alright, cut up microfilm. Looks like I'll need to bring something here. Can we look at the... Alright, yeah, okay, let's look at what I didn't actually chop out of Twin Lakes' recent history. Alright, so we're gonna look at the microfilm now. Spider moths to the spider moths. That's funny. Spider moths do it again. Do it again sounds like they were on some kind of winning streak instead of having burnt down yet another stadium. Major staff cuts at City Library. Interesting. Budgetary cutbacks have seen the local library reduced to a skeleton staff. Doris is old, but that seems unfair. Means very few people work here. Just Doris now, and she's actually a retired volunteer. Computer stock goes up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. That's really funny. Queen says I shouldn't have just read that aloud. I think I may have just summoned something. Crackpot detective claims teenagers' tags were ritual meant to show the dead that walk among. Ritual meant to show the dead walk among us. That's me, McQueen. I remember this case. What the? Oh shit. Okay. Detective McQueen, who are you and how did you get here? Alistair Crowley. I am that which can never be unseen, the ooze from your nightmares, the knower of the unknown. Right. That's not very helpful. Help is there for those who know how to take it. Okay then, Albright, tell me, oh knower of the unknown, what's going on here? I don't rightly know. Cool. But I do know that the coward Yates is protecting a hidden room, one that holds vast power and treasures. The coward Yates. No doubt that which is responsible for the spectral summoning of myself and the others lies within. The others? Sorry, this headset is kind of uncomfortable. The others. So there's more spooky people. Detective, who are you talking to? Shut up, Dooley. Alright, let's... Yates, secret room, mad power within. We cool, bro? That's funny. Alright. Enter password. You didn't say the magic word. That's a Jurassic Park reference. That's amazing. So I need to figure out the password first. Alright. So... Still broken. Don't need it now. Filing cabinet. Why would I have so many files? Alright. Okay, so let's head out, I guess? Oh, okay, Yates. Here we go. W.B. Yates. Pray, sir, a moment of your time. This guy is bad news. Another one. Another spirit, yes. Then with your question, you have answered my own. Forgive me, but I wish to know if you have seen, on your travels, that scoundrel Crowley. Forcefully mysterious man in a silly hat. I knew he lurked here somewhere. He mentioned a hidden room. Not until the beast is gone. Alright, so let's check out some of the other areas, and then I want to talk to obviously talk to the kid, and the ghost that he sees. But let me check out a couple of these other areas first before jumping to those conclusions. Alright, turning duct tape into pants. Make your nethers sustainable. I wonder if this is going to give us something to do with that aluminum foil. Things you could fill jam jars with, volume 3. Whittling dice out of larger dice. That's funny. Detective. Inspectioning investigative role-playing in the world of Darkside. That's funny. Hardwood and where to find it. Some of these books are Planking with Plinkman. One of mine, that. So that's Gail Plinkman. Laying hardwood floors, part of a series it were. I see it. We also have Plonking with Plinkman, Planking with Plinkman, Plunking with Plinkman. See a theme here. Brand synergy. Why not Plinking with Plinkman? That's an adult section if you can catch my... Alright. Go back through all these. Alright, I'm guessing that we don't have anything else. Let's look at these paintings. These are printouts. Our children's art. Look at Mr. Moneybags and his deep pockets. For rich... Wait. Look at Mr. Moneybags and his deep pockets. Rich enough that he can pay children artists for the original works, this guy. Okay. There's a mannequin. He looks like he's jumping. You jump too if somebody shoved a pole up your behind. Alright, there's glue. I bet you we're going to take that. Yes. How about these paintbrushes? Can't have kids painting over the books. Pots and brushes. Okay. So, nothing else in here that we can check out. Let's talk to Gail Plinkman. You know author 2? I don't recognize you. I'm not like Jan Toffs with their literary fiction. I wrote useful stuff like house wiring and how to do plumbing. Okay, wiring. Think you can fix the elevator? The right gear. I need a new button. Alright, let's give her the button. Could use this button to fix the elevator. I can, but won't do nothing. Needs to be conductive to make the circuit work. Alright, let's... This should make the button conductive. Conductive button. Perfect. Could this conductive button replace the one in the elevator? Let me see. Yep, it'll do the job. Give her a few minutes. Sweet! Alright, so, are there any other books here? How to DIY yourself. Building mediocre mysteries by Spooky Doorway Team. That's funny. Humor. Thanks for fixing the elevator, Gale. Sweet. Happy to help. If it were fun doing some useful gain. Alright, I kind of want to go back and talk to that kid instead of going straight to the horror section. Let's go back and talk to this kid. And yeah. See dead people. I'm scared of ghosts. Okay, who is Blighton? Enid Blighton. Fear I find myself in the company of rather dreadful bunch. Rotters. A lot of them. The kid? No, he's charming. I mean the others. Cultists, horror writers, and DIY fanatics. Horrors. A lot of them. Okay. Can you see the ghosts too, kiddo? What nonsense you're feeling is that? I see them, they're my friends. Well, this one is. Some of them are less friendly. But I like them because before they came, this place was empty. Just me and Doris. And she's only interested in reading the most dreadfulest books ever written. I've never read the Twilight books, but I'm sure they're terrible. They look terrible. Alright, so... Alright, this kid can see the ghosts. But there's a secret doorway somewhere. Alright, so I already clicked... Alright, I guess we have to go back. I guess next step is horror. Okay. The horror section. Let's look at these books first. An excellent collection of books here that don't seem to fit anywhere else in the library, like How to Cook a Dinosaur, if you ever catch one. The Internet and Other Fads. Architecture of the Mind by Sarah Bellum. That's pretty funny. MMO Accountancy. Be the Fictional Banker You Always Knew You Were. That's hilarious. That is very funny. Anything else? Nope, that's just it. Alright, so there it. Let's look at this window. Like you can get to the roof through here. I'd rather not go back out in that storm. I have a feeling we're gonna have to go back out in that storm, though. Alright, let's go to the horror section. Edgar Allan Poe's here. So I was just, Kelly and I were just talking about Poe the other night. It's oddly enough, at like midnight, I was reading The Raven. So that's pretty hilarious. You could barely make teenage girls whimper, Howie. H.P. Lovecraft! Only because they cannot fathom the dread I conjure, Eddie. You can plant common cliches, your penny dreadfuls lack true horror, at best, spooky pulp. Your best works aren't even written by you, charlatan, fraud, undead trickster. If you feel that way, then why did you hide my work, Eddie? Again, I say, I do not have your book. You probably hid it because it was too scary for you. You're infuriating me. So... Oh, look at these weird occultist things. There are this creepy bookshelf. Alright, so these... yeah, so this bookshelf, this definitely moves, and there's a secret room back here, without a doubt. But let's look to see if we can find... From Axis to Zero Oxygen, a murderer's primer. He's behind you. Animal allotment. Steve and Duke's the ankle biters. Bemoaners from Beyond the Grave. Alibi soup. That's funny. The butler did it. The dead person murders. Calvin ate a cop. Did you kill them? I'm coming to get you. Gonna get you 2. You were out last time. Very Dark Places, an illustrated guide. That's funny. Compendium of Inept Deaths. This is pretty. These random books on these bookshelves are pretty funny. Everyone's Guilty. Fast Car Killers. The Followers. Erroneous Castrations. Ooh. The Diary of Evelyn Snokes, the Girl Who Chokes. Everyone's Guilty. Haunted Place. They've gone to buy a prison. Gasp. How they all died. Goodness me, he's dead. Henry Hamfist, the Punch to Death Champion of 1934, a biography. It Kills. Just Quit. Jugular Wounds, an illustrated history. A guide to journaling your own death. I touched its face. Jobs you're not good enough for. Lemons for Every Meal. The Kickboxing Cult. Lackluster Murders. Cannibal Carnival, it's like Mortal Kombat, that's funny. The Late Train Made Me Late. Life Robber. Murder. Ninja Zombies and Other Terrible Crossovers. Morals, no thanks. Never Look in the Fridge. Madman Kills a Person. No, don't do it. Nanny Nightmare. Map to Murder. The Pain Giver. The Pain Giver. That's funny. Places to Die in. Places Not to Die in. The Origami Massacres. The Pain Giver. Alright, so let's talk to Poe and... Oh, wait, no, here. The Quirky Killings. The Rash That Wouldn't Clear. Quickly Hide. The Revenger. Quay 666. The Quirky Killings. Stab Fest 6. Everywhere Snakes. That's funny. Everywhere Snakes. I like that one. Tomorrow the World Implodes. Scary Book Volume 4. The Trundling. Stabfest 6. We already saw that one. The Underwhelmer. Vivian's Hatchet. Vet's Revenge. Where's Waldo's Body? Vanity Kills. They Yearn for Blood. X Marks the Victim. Unzip the Body Bag. The Yogurt Vat Drownings. Zesty Recipes for Evidence Disposal. That's funny. Alright, let's talk to Poe and Lovecraft here and see what we can find out. Alright, what's going on here? I didn't take his blasted book. It was that childish Blighton woman. Why don't you tell him that? He will not listen to me. He's convinced I hid it so more people would borrow my books over as his. Nonsense. I care not for his current zeitgeist. My works are vastly superior. I apologize if you hear my dog barking in the background. Cooper, it's okay. A random horn outside. I don't know. Alright. He is being such a child, Lovecraft says. I am clearly the greater horror writer. I tore apart the minds of a generation with my atheistic horror. Your atheistic rubbish. Right. I'll have you, mate. Come at me, you sickly twerp. You two stop it. I'll put both of you in some kind of supernatural slammer. He started it. Alright. Queen says, I don't care who started it. Putting a stop to it right here, and not a peep. Alright. So what do we have to do? We have to find... We have to find Blayton, right? That was her name? Alright, we have to find that Blayton person. Okay. Blayton was that lady, right? In the children's section. Right, this was Blayton, yes. Excuse me, did you steal Lovecraft's book? McQueen says. The Blayton. He and that Poe fellow won't stop fighting over which has the more frightful book. I took his book in the hopes it would stop their arguing. Seems to have made it worse. Well, I shan't give it back until they stop their silly bickering. I just shan't. How am I meant to stop these two fighting? It's not my concern. You want this book, you stop their fight. It's got to be a scarier book than theirs around here. Surely stop their bickering. So, scarier book. Oh, I didn't talk to these guys yet. Okay, so there's Pratchett and Adams. Detective of Queen. Hey, big fan of your work. Officer Dooley, thanks. Not you. Alright, so these guys, they won't talk to us? Adams. I read your detective books wonderfully over the top. Why won't they talk to us? These guys won't talk to us at all. It's so weird. Pratchett and Adams. I wonder, where am I going to find a scarier book? Alright, let's go talk to her. We're wearing Viewmaster Detective. Oh, it's part of a game I'm playing. The game involves me pretending to talk to invisible people. I shall not converse while Crowley lurks. What was this guy's name? This is Paul Conway. He says he won't stop spying on him. Find the most George tormented man. He says you want into that room you mentioned. I do. I'm most bored here. I need something to do, something to read. I'm going to use that computer to go online. 2 words, safe search. You can find some kind of workaround. Just stay here and don't do anything. Alright, so we gotta hack into that computer. Let's go back to reception and talk to our pal here. I'd like to borrow the book you're reading. Need a library card. Can I sign up for one? Why is the window onto the roof locked? For health and safety reasons. Can I get the key? Afraid not. Why? For health and safety reasons. Can I have the internet password, please? I'll give you access to all my juicy manuscripts, no chance. I need the password for my investigation, and I need those books kept safe until my genius is recognized, so no. Okay, so... Alright, let's try to use this. I'd like to borrow that book that you're reading. You need a library card, like this one? Alright, great. So... I wonder if I really need a picture of myself. Yeah, I was gonna say, the only way to get a picture of myself to make a phony card is to do this. Alright, so here we go. Received a photocopy of myself. Alright, let's combine that and that. Oh, let's put the glue. Alright, I got a sticky photo. Let's stick it on here. Alright, now I got a fake library card. Fantastic. Let's see. Now let's rent out that book. I'd like to borrow the book that you're reading. Need a library card like this one. Here you go. Paul is his name. I think it says in my card. Paul. Alright, I have a trashy novel. Oh my gosh. It's somebody holding a banana. It's just so stupid. Alright, so I believe that this trashy novel will will be the scarier book to them. Is this my book? No, it's not. What is this? The most horrific novel ever written. And it's not written by either of you. Let me see that. Teenage girl, blah blah blah, reverse vampire, blah blah blah, love story. It sounds terrifying. Poe says its mere existence gives me shivers. Do you agree it's more horrific than your works? Will you stop squabbling? Agreed? Says Poe. Lovecraft agrees. Can you believe something so hideous exists? Can you believe it's so popular? I completely agree with all of that. It is terrible. Bram Stoker must be turning in his grave. Hope that poor chap doesn't know. Alright, so they stopped quabbling. They're gone. Alright, let's tie up some of those other loose ends. Let's go to... let's see. We have to go back to the children's room and talk to Blyton. Alright, we've gotten those two guys to agree, so can I have that novel now? Good. I daren't see why you want this vile thing, but I did promise it here. That's my dog stirring. Alright, I have the Lovecraft novel. You ruined the kid's illustration, detective. Hi, Cooper. Okay, so... Hi, buddy. Well... He's so tired. Alright, I'm gonna pause it right here, and I'm gonna bring my dog up here, and then we're gonna continue this. So, bear with me, folks. Alright, so sorry we're back. My dog is sitting on my lap, and I'm just gonna have to play the rest of this mission with my dog on my lap. Alright, so rest of this case. So we solved the Blyton thing. We have the Lovecraft book. I think what we're gonna have to do is go up to the horror section and put the Lovecraft book on the shelf under the L section right there. My gut's telling me that I shouldn't put this book back yet. I'll hold on until I know more about the hidden area Yates and Crowley mentioned. Okay. Interesting. So I have to look for the hidden area that they mentioned. Huh. Well, let me go to... Alright, well, how about this? I'm going to stop it there, since my dog is being he's being a monster right now. So I'm going to stop it here, and we will pick up with this case, Tome Alone, next time here on Geek Cheese and the Darkside Detective. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and see you next time. Bye.